"Ma'am, you don't really need to read that," the young banker said, tapping the unsigned form with a plastic pen. "Just sign. It's standard. We'll take care of you." I could feel the smile on my face freeze. I've been called sweetie, dear, hun, and grandma by strangers for a decade, but "don't read it" hit differently, especially when it came attached to a legal document with an interest rate that looked like a ski slope. I'm Evelyn Crowe. I'm 72, and I used to be a bank auditor. That's not the glamorous movie kind of job. No trench coat, no stakeouts, just fluorescent offices, stale coffee, and my particular affection for reconciliations. I built a career on three things: people lie, numbers panic when asked questions, and paper never forgets. 33 years, 3 institutions, 3 mergers. I retired thinking the biggest danger I'd face was my rose garden. Then I began noticing the small things: clerks flipping signature pages too fast, tellers asking, "Do you need help remembering your PIN?" in a voice softer than a prayer, courtesy fees that multiplied like fruit flies. So when I walked into Bayview Mutual on a Tuesday morning just to deposit a check from the quilting build, $67.70, and found the lobby strangely quiet, I noticed. The carpet had been replaced since I'd last been there. Cheaper, darker, easier to hide stains. The candy bowl was gone. The big sign that used to say, "Our neighbors are our priority," now read, "Fast Solutions Today," in shiny aluminum letters. The line wasn't long. One teller window open, one financial specialist pod with 2 chairs, a large laminated poster near the ATM, "Pre-approved personal solutions for seniors," with print so small you'd need the Hubble telescope. I only planned to make my deposit, get a receipt, and leave. I shouldn't have been nervous, but something felt off, the way something feels off when a picture frame is just barely crooked. The young banker in the cobalt blazer appeared as soon as I stepped up. Badge said Kevin. "Mrs. Crowe, our system flagged you. You qualify for a special product. Let's step over here." Flagged. I don't like being flagged. I tried to say, "I only need to deposit," but he was already standing, smiling like a dentist with a quota, waving me toward the glass desk. I sat. He slid a packet to me upside down, an old sales trick. Easier to control what I saw, harder for me to read. I turned the packet around. He chuckled. "Oh, you're thorough," loud enough that the teller, a thin woman with artificial eyelashes, looked up and smirked. Then he leaned back. "This'll keep you safe, sweetie. You don't need to understand every page." There it was, the dismissal, the moment I turned from customer into a prop. So I went quiet. Silence is not passive. Silence is a notebook opening. I let my face relax into that slightly befuddled expression people expect when they think you're fading. While I looked, slowly, my thumb traced the edge of each sheet. Adjustable rate, 96 months, a line item labeled Document Support Service, $1,200. Another called Courtesy Advance Protection, another called Processing. And a final sheet, half buried, Consent to Convert. "Convert what?" I asked, mildly. Kevin smiled. "Just lets us help in case your account runs negative. A loan disguised as protection, a hook as soft as fleece." He tapped the signature line again. "We have seniors who love this. We take care of the messy parts." I slid the paper back. "I'll think about it." He checked his watch. "We really need to finalize today. The offer expires." Claustrophobia tightened around my ribs. Offers do not expire in 12 minutes unless something is wrong behind the curtain. "Then," I said, "it will expire." His voice cooled. "We're busy. If you're not ready, I'll help someone who is." Dismissed. Efficiently. The teller with the eyelashes looked at me like a cart without a wheel. Fine. I deposited my quilting check. I asked quietly for a printed receipt. The teller sighed, actually sighed, before printing it. When she slid it under the plexiglass, she said, "There you go, hun," with a little flourish, like she was tossing a treat for a pet. I tucked it in my purse and took a seat by the plant that wasn't real. 2 chairs over, a man in his 80s whispered to his neighbor on the phone. They said I had to sign or my Social Security would get stuck. He paused. No, I didn't get copies. Another world tilted. Behind the frosted glass of the manager's office, a low voice said, "Push the seniors into the plan. It cleans the ledger." A muffled laugh. "We'll reverse after the quarter review." Cleaned ledger. Reversed after review. I had written those words myself years ago, not to approve trickery, but to describe how trickery hid. Short-term profit, long-term oops. The teller with the eyelashes whispered to a coworker while stapling something. "If you skip the disclosure page, you hit your target faster. They don't read anyway." A beat. "It's like free money." My purse grew heavier, not from the quilting receipt, from the ache of recognition. We used to hunt schemes like this. Now the schemers treated the branch like a game room. I stood to leave and paused by the ATM. I took a picture of the poster with my phone. The glare made the fine print hard to read, so I stepped closer and snapped again. 2 photos, one wide, one tight. The timestamp stamped itself silently into the metadata. I withdrew $20 I didn't need just to produce a fresh receipt. ATM receipts carry internal machine IDs, transaction sequences, and branch timestamps. I folded it in my wallet. As I crossed the lobby, I spotted a waste bin under the island counter, filled with torn papers. I dropped my empty coffee cup inside, and with the same hand palmed a ragged carbon copy someone had left. Half a signature visible, an account number inked in blue, a fee code DSPRT 1200, document support, exactly what I'd seen. Outside on the sidewalk, I didn't walk to my car. I walked to the bench beside the shrub and pretended to fuss with my phone. Reflections in glass can be a friend. Through the window, I saw Kevin leaning toward the same older man, placing the same packet in front of him. His hands trembled. I went back inside and asked too loudly, "Do you have the fee schedule brochure?" The teller blinked, annoyed. "It's online." "I don't use computers," I said gently. She rolled her chair halfway, plucked a brochure from the rack, and slapped it on the counter. I took it. Fee schedule brochures are promises in print. On my way out, I held the door for a woman pushing a walker. The manager, tall, elegant suit, badge that said Rachel, brushed by us without eye contact. My little kitchen table has seen potlucks, tax seasons, and the worst arguments of my marriage back when it was alive. It has also seen audits. I spread items out like ingredients: receipt, ATM ticket, fee brochure, the torn carbon with DSPRT 1200, and the Polaroid bright memory of Kevin's packet. I opened a yellow legal pad. Top line, Bayview Mutual, Bayview Branch, Product. I wrote in block letters, because paper never forgets. The next day I returned. I wore the same cardigan. Older women are supposed to be predictable. It's a useful costume. I pretended to sit and balance my checkbook while I watched the lobby operate. A new man in a blue tie approached an older woman and guided her toward the pod. He spoke softly, but not so softly as he imagined. Sign here, here, initial there. It protects you if your memory slips. Her mouth made a small O, grateful. She signed. He tucked the back page under without showing it. I felt my molars